For the first time in nearly 2 decades, the Ballon d'Or doesn't have an obvious winner. Messi and Ronaldo are gone from this conversation. What's left is genuinely the most wide-open race in years. 10 real contenders, each with a real case, and even the bookmakers can't agree who's ahead. So, let's rank all 10, from the longest shot to the 2 players actually neck and neck for the trophy. Ceremony's October 26th in London. Here's who actually has a chance. Number 10, Gabriel, Arsenal's center back. Defenders essentially never win this award. You have to go back decades to find one who has. But Arsenal won their first Premier League title in 22 years this season, built on the best defense in the league, and Gabriel was the anchor of it. It's less he's going to win and more the fact a center back is even in this conversation tells you how genuinely open this race is. Realistic chance? Basically zero. He's not on this list as a joke though. Number 9. Ousmane Dembélé, the reigning champion. Defending a Ballon d'Or is brutally hard, and Dembélé's case isn't dead. 20 goals and 11 assists for PSG, the Champions League, Ligue 1, the Intercontinental Cup, and a French Super Cup. The problem is the World Cup. France reached the semi-finals, not the final, and lost to the eventual champions. Great season, just not the story anymore. Number 8. Vitinha. He finished 3rd in last year's voting, and PSG defended their Champions League again this year with him running the midfield. But 2026 is a World Cup year, and voters weight the World Cup heavily, and Portugal's tournament ended earlier and quieter than Vitinha's club form deserved. He's on the short list, he's not winning it. Number 7, and this is where it gets interesting, Fabián Ruiz. He's the only player in the world who won both the Champions League and the World Cup this year. PSG in Europe, Spain in North America. He wasn't even a guaranteed starter for Spain all tournament, but he started the final and he scored the opening goal in their brutal quarterfinal win over Belgium. Genuine dark horse. Number 6, Rodri, last year's winner. He tore his ACL, fought all the way back, and then won the Golden Ball, the World Cup's Best Player award, as Spain lifted the trophy itself. Voters love a comeback story. The real question is whether they'll end the same player the top individual prize 2 years in a row. Number 5, Michael Olise, 22 goals, 31 assists, more than any player in world football this season. Bayern won the Bundesliga and the German Cup with him as their creative engine. His problem is simple, no Champions League and no World Cup final. Ballon d'Or voters have almost never fully rewarded a player without one of those 2 things, but these numbers make it a real conversation anyway. Number 4, Erling Haaland, 27 Premier League goals, 8 more in the Champions League for Manchester City, and then 7 goals in 5 games to drag Norway to their first ever World Cup quarterfinal. That's not just a great season, that's a great season plus the single best individual story of the entire tournament. He's ranked this high because honestly, the numbers are almost unfair. Number 3, Jude Bellingham. For most of this season, he wasn't part of this conversation at all. A frustrated, scrutinized campaign at Real Madrid that never really got going. Then the World Cup happened and he reminded everyone exactly what he's capable of. It's a genuinely hard player to rank because half his season argues against him and the other half argues he's a top 3 player on the planet. Number 2, Kylian Mbappé, and this might be the strangest case on the entire list. He won the Champions League, he won La Liga, he won the World Cup Golden Boot, he set the all-time World Cup scoring record, 22 goals, more than any player in the tournament's history. By pure achievement, he arguably had the best season of anyone on this list, and he's still not the favorite. Sometimes winning literally everything just isn't the same as owning the story. Which brings us to number 1, except there isn't really a clean number 1 this year. It's a genuine 2-way fight. Harry Kane, 72 goals, 7 assists, 3 trophies with Bayern, the European Golden Shoe as Europe's top scorer. Add a World Cup where he became England's all-time leading scorer and dragged them to 3rd place. For years, he was the best striker in the world with nothing to show for it. Now he might have everything. Lamine Yamal, 19 years old and already a World Cup champion with Spain, delivering in the tournament's biggest moments all summer. Some of the most recent power rankings have actually flipped in his favor, the argument being that lifting the World Cup itself outweighs even Kane's numbers. Here's the honest part, different outlets currently have different names sitting at number 1. So, there's your top 10. 10 real contenders and 2 genuine favorites, and nobody, not the bookmakers, not the journalists, actually agrees on which one wins. Who your pick? Tell me your full top 3 in the comments.